flammable and all like this. So I got all the actual permissions. Then I started working on that one. Even then, after working for more than 6 months, I didn't get even a single nano wire. So this is the experimental setup. First, we have to take the temperature profile of the particular furnace. That because why you want to go for the temperature profile means where I have to keep the sample at what temperature, that I have to be decided. So to decide that one, what I will do is I have to take many times the temperature profile of the furnace. So at what distance the temperature is how much, and what distance the temperature is how much, and what is the voltage I applied. I have to put each and everything on that one. So first we had to take the temperature profile. So then we had to say, then we had to coat the silicon substrate with the gold. Then we had to keep that one at particular temperature. Then we had to keep the material. That material is to be took in the alumina board. Alumina will withstand up to more than 1500 degrees centigrade. We have to take the alumina so to keep the material. So like that we tried many times. Then this is actually the what is the theoretical how the growth process takes place. When you want to get some structure, the growth should be towards the one direction. So how the growth is towards to be one direction means this is actually the growth mechanism. So first we have the substrate that is coated with gold. So as soon as you heat it, the gold to 600 degrees centigrade, you will get the gold droplets on the substrate. So then the boat is at the 600 or the 700 degrees centigrade. Slowly the material is getting vaporized, and the vaporized material is deposited on the gold nanoparticles, gold particles. These gold particles act as the nucleation centers. So based on that nucleation center, the material slowly grows. So like that, that is actually the how the growth mechanism took place in the case of the chemical vapor deposition. So then the hydrothermal method is came into play. Before earlier there is no hydrothermal method, only we have the chemical vapor deposition method to grow the different variety of nano structures. To grow variety of nano structures, now we are using hydrothermal only. We are not doing this one because this is where the stabilization process is very difficult. Because of that reason, we are not working on this one. We are also using hydrothermal only. So after 2 years, we got variety of nano structures in the chemical vapor deposition method. So first we synthesize the cadmium sulfate. The material which we have grown is the cadmium sulfate. So in this one we have grown the nanowires, nanobells, and variety of the nano structures also by using the chemical vapor deposition method. So how we will get this type of different structures means we have to flux the material for 1 hour. So based on that time and temperature, so we can grow the variety of nano structures. We have grown the nano flowers also like this. We have grown the nano flowers also by using the chemical vapor deposition method. So this is actually the one important experimental setup that was designed in my laboratory to grow the variety of nano structures before hydrothermal. After hydrothermal, we are using the hydrothermal technique only. So next, these are the nano flowers what we have grown in the laboratory only. So how will get the nano flowers means, so when you take any crystalline material, so in this one, these all crystalline materials are anisotropic materials. So as soon as the anisotropic material point of view is concerned, we have the different dimensions in the crystal. So one direction favors for the growth, one dimension hinders for the growth. So because of that anisotropy of the material, so on one dimension, as soon as you flux the material, the growth took place. On other dimension, it hinders because that dimension is not favoring for the growth. So in the same material, we have that variety of properties. When you take the all crystalline materials, so in one flux it acts as one direction. For example, when you take the silicon, when you take the 001 plane, when you measure the resistance, you will get the high resistance. When you take the same silicon, when you measure the resistance on one direction, you will get the difference. Because it is a highly anisotropic one. So because of that one, we are using the materials for different purposes. The same material we can use for it. So the crystallography is also a very important one when you want to use a material for a particular devices. That is also very important. That is also very beauty of the crystallography. Crystallography is also a very beautiful code. So, for example, when you take the same one paracetamol also. So, when you take one from one company, what you can say is this paracetamol works for the fever. When you take the same paracetamol from the other company, this is not working. So what the thing is, so we have the active phase and the inactive phase. That company prepared the same paracetamol with active phase. With the same company, the other company prepared the paracetamol with inactive phase. So that it is not working. So the crystallography is also very important to grow the material and to use that material for particular purpose. That is also very important. So like that, that is in this also. So how you got this type of nano flowers and all means? So because in the crystal dimensions, one is helps for the growth, another hinders for the growth. So that you can grow the variety of nanostructures by using the same material with different temperatures and with different pressures. So like that we have grown the different flowers also by using this one. So next I wanted to touch upon what are the photosynthetic applications of these nanomaterials what we have synthesized. So the need of the day is green energy. You know, everybody is in the global, they are all telling about the green energy synthesis. So the green energy synthesis, most of them is concentrating on the hydrogen. So how we can produce the hydrogen means we can produce the hydrogen by mostly by three processes. One is a thermal process, another one the electrolysis, another one the photocatalytic process. These are the three processes that we can use to get the hydrogen. So in this one, we worked on the photocatalytic applications. So that means by using the sunlight, we can produce a hydrogen. This is called water splitting by using the photocatalytic reaction. So that is water splitting means we can split the water by as oxygen and the hydrogen by using the photocatalytic materials. So we have worked on the photocatalytic material. So we have worked on so many nano composites. So in this one, what is the process that is involved here is in this. This is actually the mechanism that give us a hydrogen. So first we have to take the material that works between to that of the visible radiation. So the visible radiation is in the range 400 to 700 nanometers. So that means it is around 1.4 to 2.8 electron volts like that. You get the energy band. So in this means we have to use the semiconductor materials. Those are works in between to that of the visible radiation only. So we can't use the materials. Those are below 1.4 electron volts. We can't use the materials that have the band gap up to above 2.8 electron volts. So that means we have to use the material that is to be worked in between to that one. So like that, we have to take the material that in that one also. So it is has a good absorption capability of the light. We are using the actual sunlight to transfer the to produce the electron and hole pair, and then it is to be worked with the actual water, and it splits the water into hydrogen and oxygen. So like that, we have the photocatalytic reaction. So what our intention is we have to develop the good photocatalytic material that means high conversion efficiency. So it is to be absorb more amount of the solar radiation, and it has to be convert the high amount of the water to the hydrogen. So that means we have worked on the composite materials. The material we have synthesized so many materials. So this is a photocatalytic reaction process. How the photocatalytic reaction happens, this is the mechanism. So we have the light absorption and charge separation. In that one, we have the electrons and holes are generated. So when we have any semiconducting material, we have the two types of charge carriers, electrons and holes. These charging carriers are getting separated and they spill the water. And in this one, what is the important point that is to be taken care of is the recombination effect is to be taken care of. So that we are all everybody is working on this one to produce to get the material to convert the high amount of the water to the hydrogen. But the efficiency is low by using the photocatalytic reaction only. But most of the people are working on this one because the hydrogen is a green energy. In this one, this photocatalytic reaction helps even to degrade the pollutants also. So we have the so many organic pollutants. We have the methylene, and like this. We have so many pollutants. So these pollutants also can be reduced by using the photon. So in that one also we have one thesis on bismuth oxyhalide. Bismuth oxyhalide is a very good photocatalytic. We can use that one to degrade the environmental pollutants also by using the photocatalytic reaction. The photocatalytic means this works only with sunlight. So we can use we have the abundant sunlight. So we have the fossil fuels. Those fossil fuels reverse the, so there is a environment damage by using the fossil fuels. So we have the renewable energy sources, non-renewable energy sources. So we have the non-renewable energy fossil fuels are all, so natural gas, coal, all these things are come under the non-renewable energy sources. As soon as we use for long time, that are getting exhausted, we have no more things that can be used. For when you take the natural gas, when you take the coal and all, those are come under the non-renewable energy sources. So when you take the hydroelectric power, when you take the wind energy, when you take the water splitting like this, all this water, all these things are nothing but the renewable energy sources. That means we have the sunlight and that. So that what is the actually the scientist intention is we have to use the renewable energy sources to produce the another form of the energy. That is we have the hydrogen and other energies also. Electric energy, you can convert that one into, but when store that one in terms of the electrical energy also, like that solar energy is convert the, we have the photovoltaic cells that convert the solar energy to electrical charge. So like that, these are all in terms of the renewable energy sources. We are working on the renewable energy source. One important reaction is the photocatalytic reaction. So like that, we have to work on this one. So this is so what is the material which we have synthesized in our laboratory is we have the cadmium sulfide and tin sulfide and molybdenum sulfide. We prepared this one by using the, actually one is prepared by using the chemical precipitation method. It was ultrasonicated. Then we have the composite. The composite is in terms of the cadmium sulfide, molybdenum sulfide, and tin. We have produced a variety of composite salts. So the process is like this. So we have used these materials in the case of the photocatalytic material to produce the hydrogen also. So the hydrogen production and all. So we have carried out, we have sent the material to Korea. There we have recorded the hydrogen production and all. So this is actually the what are the advantages of the and the renewable energy sources, and what are the advantages by using the hydrogen first. So that means it won't pollute the environment. That is our intention, so that we have to go for the hydrogen. That is important. So what are the commercial production, how you can produce hydrogen in terms of the commercially? So by using these so many ways we can produce the hydrogen commercially. One is photocatalytic hydrogen production. So this is how the reaction took place as for the, so we have the valency band and conduction band in the case of the semiconductors. So electron hole pair production took place like this. We have the done, we will do. So this is the how you can choose the band gap. What are the band gap of the material? What are the band gaps that you can be selected to work as a good photocatalytic material? So these are all the things. So what are the nano composites importance means? That means we can when you take a single material, so you won't obtain a band gap that is suitable to the actual visible range. So when you combine the two three materials together, you can have a very good composite that works with the visible range. So that we will go for the nano composites. So because our intention is we have to grab the solar energy. That solar energy is to be utilized to convert the water into hydrogen. So when you want to grab the solar energy, we have want a suitable material. When you take the other materials, those are all not in a position to absorb the solar radiation, so that we will go for the composite material. That is the intention. So this is actually the how you can study the parameters that I wanted to show. So that is the impedance analysis, how whether the how much whether the material which we have prepared is sustainable or not, how many cycles it is sustainable. All these are sustainability of the material is also important. So when you produce the material, When you use it for only one time, it's not of use. So when you want to put all these materials only for societal importance and societal application only, we are that should be sustainable and long standing. Then only it is useful for the any application, anything to produce the hydrogen. So we will study the sustainability of the material also. So that is also a very important parameter when you synthesize any material. So these are all the things. So summary is so what I want to tell you all the people is so the research is a progressive food. You keep working on that one. So we should be very fair in our results when you publication when you are going to publish the result because the results which you publish in the journals are to be used by the other people. They are also preparing other materials. So that you should be fair while publishing the papers in the journal. So you should have the passion to go for the research also. So that is what I wanted to say. Yeah. I thank the authorities, those who organized, convener, co-convener, and head for giving this opportunity to say something about my research and what I wanted to say also. Thank you so much for passion listening. Thank you all. You are talking now.
Hindi daw sa man. Hindi ko te leo ata. Wali chu.
Such, so that is to be useful to produce another things. Technological advance is to be there when you synthesize any material. When you go for the basic research also. So how this basic research helps to develop another material. So like that we are doing the research. So when a material is there, we want to work on that one. When the material is not at all useful, where should I work? So I have to work only the materials that is to be used for the society. Thank you. From my friends. మేడం మాట్లాడుతూనే ఉన్నారు Huh? Students just expecting one question from you guys. One of you, please. At least based on your prototypes, try to. Hello, speak with me. Just try to pose at least one question. Guys, is very interactive way. Because earlier myself is mathematician only. But every time whenever I am going with regulation changes, they are said sciences are not required. Even our people also decided chemistry, physics is not useful. We are in the also. How you explain the complete importance of material science? Material science, when there no material science, no technology, no life. So when you take any aircraft, aircraft is also with titanium only. We take the materials are very important to form any device. So when we are using small things, is because the material scientist works like that. So we are getting the devices sciences go on reducing means so the materials the now materials are produced by the material scientists because of that one only the sciences are go on reducing. We are getting enormous properties. So the materials is very important for any development. When there is no material, no life. Thank you. Thank you. This point definitely I will mention in my course of meeting.
Madam, I did not say this topic on to madam.
Can reveal something, yeah.
Like you say whatever ma'am expect. I did on the same topic. Sir, whatever in my lab I used to be in as well as Kalna. Whatever ma'am experienced, all the experiments, whatever the techniques and the, as it is the same. I worked on the same material science only. Everything same.
Well, say, environmental conditions in support layer.
Actions madam.
Yeah, it's the air medium. Suppose we are into the area we are organ matrix.
See,
Organ test. Suppose check the place, so only there is the air. One place.
yeah.
I am very
Even we worked on noble materials also, madam, in our lab. But the thing is, the properties, whatever we are expecting, they are not that much flexible. Even the cost is also high.
High, yes.
Yeah, even main the thing is cost. They will think on the cost. So that we came back to normal materials only. We worked on that. Whatever sir asked, noble materials. Initially we worked on that. But the expense it will become too much. For this range is not. The properties we cannot get it except properties. So that we came back to the
Main point is the material is to be tunable. Then only it can be used for the device.
yes.
When the material is not tunable, we want to work on that one.
I will remain as I did.
Yes. Madam, now pen drive please. Okay. And this name on this same of the skin this technique not the fixed and more it's also is going to yes, but what that's what happening. That happens. Yes, when it comes to all projects, there are nanomaterials and other areas. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your clear and enthusiastic presentation. Now, I request our convener, co convener, and our HOD madam to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. R.P. Vijayalakshmi madam. Voice கேக்குதா? I request all our faculty to come forward.
With the off check, sir. 2 minutes.
Please come join me. Geography. 1 minute.